The cold here is unlike anything you could imagine. It doesn't simply nip at your skin or cut through your clothes. It sinks into you, leaching into your bones, until your very cells begin to protest. I've grown used to it over the past 6 months, a small, isolated research station perched on the edge of Antarctica's barren expanse. It's just me and the crew, 5 of us total, scattered across the compound, doing our work, living our lives, or at least trying to, under the weight of the perpetual winter. The sun barely rises for a few hours in the middle of the day. The rest is a grim, endless stretch of darkness, broken only by the occasional flash of lightning or the low, persistent whine of the wind. I don't think I ever anticipated how much the isolation would get to me. It doesn't hit you right away. At first, it's all novelty. There's the thrill of being one of the few humans on the planet with access to this pristine, untouched place. But then, slowly, the emptiness begins to creep in. It's not just the cold or the lack of daylight. It's the silence. It's the fact that the only thing outside the compound is miles and miles of ice, wind, and snow, all of it pressing in on you like a weight you can't escape. Sometimes, when I walk out to get a sample of the air or check the equipment outside, I catch myself wondering if anyone would even notice if I disappeared. If the storm swallowed me whole. Would anyone even know? I shake that thought off, tell myself it's the cabin fever talking. But there are nights when the thought lingers. Another night of whispers, huh? Lena, one of the junior researchers, says as she hands me a mug of lukewarm coffee. We're in the break room, the dim lights flickering overhead. It's been like this for days. The constant hum of the lights, the occasional glitch in the comms system, the whispers at the edges of my hearing that I can't quite explain. Yeah, I answer, leaning against the counter. I'm starting to think it's the wind, or maybe just the isolation. Lena doesn't seem convinced, but she nods and sits down. Her unease has been palpable these past few days, her eyes darting toward the corners of the room, as though she expects something, or someone, to appear at any moment. I don't know what's worse, the silence or the constant sense that someone is watching, even though there's no one else here. The station's radar equipment has been acting up for weeks. The usual blips we get from passing aircraft or weather balloons have been replaced with something off. It's faint, almost undetectable, but it's there. Just a tiny irregularity that, at first, I thought might be nothing. But as days passed, the irregularities became more frequent, more defined. Whatever it is, it's not natural. And it's not on our radar's usual frequency. The techs back home said they'd look into it, but I haven't heard back yet. And frankly, I don't think they care. We're out here, isolated, and if something goes wrong, well, it's not like they can do anything about it. Late one evening, I sit alone in the control room, watching the screen flash with the same distorted signal. It's getting stronger, not weaker. My fingers hover over the keyboard as I pull up the readings again. The blip is there, no longer a faint pulse but a steady presence. I try to adjust the filters, hoping it's some kind of glitch, but nothing changes. My heart picks up its pace, an anxious flutter in my chest. Hello? I call out into the intercom. No response. It's like the air itself has grown heavy. My breath comes out in shallow bursts as I stare at the screen, trying to rationalize the feeling that's building in my gut. The blip isn't random. It's deliberate. The thought hits me then, cutting through my mind like a cold knife. What if it's not a glitch? What if it's something else? I grab the intercom again. Lena. Nick. Anyone out there? We're getting weird readings in here. Minutes pass before Nick's voice crackles over the speaker, distorted but clear enough. Yeah, we saw it too. It's not from the weather balloons. We think it's something else. Something else? I'm not sure what that means. None of us are experts in anything beyond weather patterns and the occasional seismic activity. The thought that something might be out here, something that isn't supposed to be, makes my skin crawl. I push it down though. It's ridiculous. The wind plays tricks on your mind, and our station isn't equipped to pick up anything that doesn't belong in the sky. But the blip won't go away. The following days blur together. The blip grows more defined, more erratic. I can't sleep, not properly, Not when the equipment is buzzing every few hours. Lena and the others are jittery now, unable to sit still for long. We make jokes about it, blaming the long nights and the solitude, but the tension is real. You can't ignore it. You can't escape it. Then, one evening, something changes. It's subtle at first, just a flicker of light on the horizon. I'm the first to notice it, standing in the observation room, my breath fogging the glass as I stare out into the distance. It's far off, but it's there, bright, unnatural. A red glow against the stark black of the Antarctic night. I'm not sure what it is at first. A flare? A trick of the light? I turn to Lena, who's sitting behind me, her face pale as she watches the same sight. "What the hell is that?" she whispers, her voice trembling. I don't answer. I can't. The glow flickers again, and I know, deep down, that this isn't a coincidence. Something is out there. Something that shouldn't be. I feel the hairs on the back of my neck rise. As the glow intensifies, I feel the cold inside me shift. It's no longer the cold of the wind or the ice outside. It's something darker, deeper. Something primal, like a warning. We need to get out of here. I mutter under my breath. But there's nowhere to go. No way out. The glow grows brighter, and the blip on the radar pulses steadily, as if in time with my racing heart. And that's when I realize, whatever this is, it's coming for us. You said? The glow outside doesn't fade, and neither does the knot in my stomach. For the next few days, it lingers in the distance, like a shadow on the edge of my sight. At first, it flickers intermittently, pulsing in ways that don't make sense, like it's trying to get our attention, but unsure how. Then it becomes steadier. A constant, unsettling glow against the pitch-black Antarctic sky. We try to analyze it, but the cold metal of the station seems to absorb our efforts, amplifying the frustration. Our equipment's been having more issues, the blips on the radar becoming harder to ignore, harder to explain. Lena doesn't come to the observation room anymore. Neither does Nick. They stay in their quarters, eyes darting nervously, as if watching for something that isn't there. But I see it. Every time I leave my room, their faces, hollowed out and sickly pale, tell me they're not imagining it. There's something happening here. Something real. And we're caught in it, like insects trapped in amber. The days are no longer defined by time but by the rhythms of the station. Wake up. Work. Eat. Sleep. Repeat. There's no sun to mark the hours, no stars to guide us through the oppressive darkness. It's like we've become part of the land, buried under snow and ice, buried under something else too, something we can't yet name. I try to stay focused. There's still work to be done, still data to collect, but the pull of that glow, that distant, almost hypnotic light, is too strong. One afternoon, I force myself to walk out there again, to get a closer look. It's almost as if the glow is calling to me, urging me to leave the safety of the station. Something primal within me wants to follow it, to see it, to understand it. The cold stings my face as I step out, my breath misting in the air. The compound is quiet, too quiet, even for this place. The wind has stopped. The usual roar of the blizzard is nothing more than a muffled whisper. It's unnatural. The stillness unnerves me more than anything else. I take a few steps toward the glow, my boots crunching on the ice. The light is now brighter than ever, almost blinding in its intensity. It feels like it's just beyond the horizon, but when I reach the ridge I find nothing. Nothing but more snow. The glow is gone. What the hell? I blink, trying to shake off the fog in my head. There's no glow. No sign of it anywhere. Just snow. And ice. And silence. I stare into the empty white, the tension building in my chest. I know what I saw, and I know what I felt. But here, now, it's as though it was never there. My mind races. Was it my eyes playing tricks on me? The isolation, the cold, the stress? Maybe it's just fatigue, I tell myself, trying to rationalize it, but the doubt lingers. Serena! It's Nick's voice, cutting through the silence. I turn to see him standing at the entrance of the compound, his face pale. What the hell are you doing out here? I saw something. I stutter, still unsure of how to explain it. There was a glow. Over there. Nick frowns, glancing around. There's nothing out here, Serena. Are you sure you're okay? His words should comfort me, but they don't. Instead, they twist the knife of doubt even further into my mind. I nod, forcing a smile that feels thin, brittle. Yeah. I'm fine. I think I just lost track of time. He doesn't say anything else. Just turns and walks back into the compound. His retreating back feels like a door closing on me, and I feel the sudden, overwhelming urge to follow him. Something is off. I can feel it in my bones, and it's getting harder to ignore. That night, the station is a pressure cooker. Lena stays in her room, locked away like she's waiting for something to burst through the walls. Nick and I sit in the common room, but the conversation is awkward, stilted. We both know there's something we're not saying, something we can't put into words. The glow. The silence. The fact that no one else has seen it but us, as though we're both part of some strange, shared hallucination. But the radar, the equipment, those aren't hallucinations. The blips are there. The glow is still there, or at least, that's what I tell myself as I stare out the window. The cold outside seems to pulse with something else, something darker. The hum of the station has changed, and so has the air inside my lungs. There's weight to it now. A heaviness. Nick! I begin, my voice barely above a whisper. Something's wrong. This place, it feels wrong. The readings. The glow. I don't know how to explain it, but I think something's out there. Something not from here. He looks at me, and for a moment, I can see the fear in his eyes, fear he's trying to suppress, just like I am. He doesn't answer, just looks away, his gaze sliding back toward the blinking monitors. Then it happens. A sudden, loud crack reverberates through the station. The whole building shudders, like it's been struck by something powerful. My heart jumps into my throat as I stand up, eyes wide. The lights flicker and then go out, plunging the station into complete darkness. The backup generators kick in, but the hum of the lights doesn't soothe me like it usually does. There's something off about the sound, almost distorted, as if the air itself is humming. What the hell was that? Nick's voice is tight, panicked. Something's outside. I whisper, but even I can't convince myself it's just the wind. I grab my jacket and rush outside. The cold air cuts through me, sharper than ever. The wind has picked up again, howling like a beast. But that's not what makes me stop in my tracks. No, it's the unmistakable shape in the sky. Far above us, a dark silhouette, too large to be anything normal. A ship. An object. Something so vast, so alien, that it fills the entire horizon. The glow is back. This time, it's not distant. It's close. Right above us. My body freezes, caught between terror and disbelief. Nick stumbles beside me, his eyes wide. What the hell? I don't know what it is. I don't know how to explain it. But I do know one thing now. Whatever we thought we knew about this place, about the world, was never the truth. We were never meant to be here. And the thing above us? It knows we're here now. Serena. Nick's voice cracks, and I turn to look at him. He's gone pale, his lips trembling. What do we do? I don't have an answer. I don't know what we're supposed to do now. And then, from above, a voice fills the air. It's not human. It's not even a language I recognize. But I hear it clearly. You are not alone here. You said. Write chapter 3 in depth and in great detail, in 1000. The voice, deep, resonant, and unmistakably alien, lingers in the air like a cold mist. It echoes in my head, reverberating against the walls of my skull, clawing at my sanity. The words, though not in any language I know, seem to curl around me, settling into my chest with a heaviness that makes it hard to breathe. You are not alone here. Nick stumbles back beside me, his breath ragged. What the hell, what was that? Did you hear it? His voice is strained, more frantic now. There's a tremor in his hands that I can't ignore. I heard it, I reply, my voice barely more than a whisper, as if speaking louder might make the reality of the situation worse. I swallow hard, trying to steady myself. It's no longer the cold that's suffocating me, it's the terror that's creeping in, twisting its way through the edges of my thoughts. Not alone, what did it mean? I look up at the enormous shadow that fills the sky. The ship, if that's even what it is, looms above us, its form dark and incomprehensible. It's impossible to grasp how large it is, how far it stretches. The air around it seems to warp, as if reality itself is bending under its weight. The glow is no longer subtle, it's all-encompassing. We're standing in its presence, and all I can think of is how powerless we are, how far we've fallen from our comfortable lives back home. Should we go inside? Nick's words are trembling, but I know there's no escaping it now. Whatever this is, whatever is happening to us, we're already caught in it. I don't know, I answer, my eyes locked on the ship. There's no sound coming from it, no hum, no engines, just a thick, almost suffocating silence that presses in from every direction. I feel like I'm losing my mind, like the world around me is starting to slip away. We should run, get inside, barricade ourselves. But I can't move. My legs are rooted to the spot, locked by the sheer enormity of what we're facing. It's then that I hear it, a low, guttural sound that vibrates through the ground beneath me. The earth trembles as if some great force is waking, stirring beneath our feet. The air becomes heavy with static. The hair on the back of my neck stands on end, and I can feel my heart begin to race uncontrollably. There's something about the way the ship moves, or rather, doesn't, that sends an icy jolt through my veins. It's not like anything we've ever encountered, not like anything from Earth. It's alien. From the corner of my eye, I see Lena and the others standing at the door of the compound, their faces pale as they look out into the vast whiteness. They must have heard it too, the tremor in the air, the silent weight of the ship above us. I don't know what to say to them. There are no words. We're not prepared for this. We've never been prepared. I take a step forward, unable to tear my eyes away from the ship. The glow pulses once, and for a brief moment, I think I see something, movement, shifting within the darkness. Then, the voice returns, this time clearer, more insistent, filling my mind like a command. We have come for you. My stomach drops. It's as though the words are meant for me, for us. But why? What could we possibly have to do with whatever is out there, whatever has come from the stars? What the hell do they want? Nick mutters, his voice breaking through the haze of fear that settled over me. His question is the same one I'm asking myself. There's no answer, not one that makes sense, and yet the ship hovers there, unyielding, watching. The voice inside my head shifts again, almost like it's reading my thoughts. We are here for the ones who do not belong. The ones who hide. For a moment, I think I'm imagining it. But then the reality hits me. It's not a question. It's not a warning. It's a declaration. And that's when I realize it. Us. We're the ones who don't belong. The ones who've been hiding. And they know it. Lena, Nick, everyone inside. I say, my voice firm, though the trembling in my chest betrays me. I turn to face them, all of us standing there like children, helpless, exposed. We can't stay out here. It's not safe. But as we turn to go, something changes. A ripple in the air. The world feels like it's bending. The snow that surrounds us begins to lift, swirling in unnatural spirals, like an invisible force is pulling it away. I stumble, my heart racing as the compound's door slams shut behind us. Inside, everything seems to fall into place. The station is silent, but the hum of the generators has grown louder, more intense. It's like everything around us is vibrating now, the air, the ground, the walls of the station. The lights flicker once, twice, and then the darkness is back, suffocating. I move to the control room, my hands shaking as I try to make sense of the instruments in front of me. The radar's gone wild. The blips, the irregularities, are all converging in real time, amplifying as if whatever is outside is now drawing closer. The ships, the presence, it's happening. Nick is beside me now, his face twisted in a mask of terror. "We can't just sit here. We need to do something, anything." "But what is there to do?" I searched the screen, but the equipment is useless now. I can't even communicate with anyone outside. The radio's dead, the lines are all down. We're trapped. And I feel it, the overwhelming weight of being utterly alone, in the vastness of the unknown, with nothing but that cold, dark voice in my mind. And then, just as I think we're finished, the wall of the station vibrates again, and this time, I don't think it's the generators. I don't think it's anything we've ever known. It's something else, something far more alien. The wall buckles, and I hear a sound that rips through the air, a shriek, so piercing it makes my ears bleed. I cover my head, but the noise doesn't stop. It gets louder. It feels like it's coming from inside the building, like the station itself is screaming at us. And then I hear it again, that voice, deep, cold, and inescapable. We are not here to destroy. We are here to awaken. I don't know what that means, but I know one thing, whatever is coming, it's not something we're prepared to face. And there's no escaping it now.